There was an old beggar who returned to Lark R1se, the place he was raised, every autumn. How he lost his leg was a story he often told. Old Pegleg's tales of the Crimean War seemed as unreal as any dark fairy tale. At this time, the old man's recollections would cause such a controversy. His plight became a cause that aroused conflicts and opinions that stirred up our little community and revealed secrets that no one could have imagined possible.
It's all so sudden.
I saw the press for sale, and it gave me the idea. The very same day, I saw that the bookshop was up for rent. And I thought, I cannot turn away from such an opportunity.
It's wonderful.
Candleford is crying out for a local newspaper. And I won't need to sell a great deal. The press cost me next to nothing. A retiring newsman wanted to be sure the old thing had another life. The rent is affordable, and it means I'm here.
Yes. It does.
What I need now is a story to launch the Candleford Chronicle.
I once lost a parcel. Alfie grew a prize potato last year. That's as much of a story as you're likely to find around here.
I will wager that by the end of the week, I will have unearthed the sensation that will have every tongue talking from here to Sherston.
I don't know where you get such confidence from.
You like it, don't you?
Laura, Selina's wondering where you are. Well, she knows where you are, but she feels you're here when you should be there. Look at that.
Well, give me a day, and I shall have it working. And you, Minnie, can pull the lever to fire her up.
I ain't never pulled a lever. I shall bake a cake. Oh, and Daniel, you're invited to tea.
Hey, whistle your tune as good as any. Spare a penny. Tell your tales of the wall. Make your skin crack.
I don't know how he survives.
Spare a coin.
Hobbling from place to place, sleeping in ditches.
Didn't you notice, Alfie, how his tales change each time he comes around? More fantastical with each telling of him. Wouldn't surprise me if he weren't in no war.
Twister, what a thing to say. The man gave his leg for his country.
Give his leg? He didn't give it. It was took.
Spare her something for old Pegleg.
You have 4 pennies in there already. That's as much as I can make in the fields in half a day.
Pegleg put 2 of them in there herself.
Why'd you put money in your own cap, Pegleg?
Gives folks the idea.
You cry and spare a penny loud enough. I think they gets the point.
Stirs their conscience, see? Makes people think that if other folks is giving to an old war horse, well, they'd better put their hand in their pocket.
His craft in the begging game.
And cunning.
Well, see the day out, that's all old Pegleg ever asks. Be your own friend and reach the day's end. A man can call that a life.
We are all most impressed, Daniel. A young man setting up an exciting enterprise on our doorstep. You are a fine example of what Samuel Smiles calls self-help.
I know the book. Any man can make a success of himself with the correct attitude and application.
And what a shining example you are, Mr. Parrish. Shining. Laura's a lucky girl to have such an all-conquering man.
I have been revisiting the book.
It's little more than heresy, claiming that a man's will is all.
Have you actually read the book, Thomas?
To read it would be to condone it, ma'am. A man does not need to peruse a book to know its contents.
Is it about helping yourself, Mum? It is, Minnie. The crown and glory of life is character. Mr. Smiles, I even like his name. Claims that if we want to better ourselves, then application, diligence, and cheerful persistence pays off.
Persistence. That's all very well, ma'am, if I may. What about those who can't better themselves? Like old Pegleg.
Is he back with us?
Who is old Pegleg?
A veteran from the Crimean War. He lost an eye and part of a leg fighting before Sebastopol. Now the poor old man lumbers from town to town begging for pennies.
One leg? One of his legs is wood, and his other leg is... leg.
Where is he now?
Oh, Daniel, you are ever the hunter.
I saw him heading for Lark R1se.
Alfie says he saw old Pegleg on the lane.
I will out of bed down here for the night. Old Monday was giving out leftover milk at the farm today. I have a rice pudding the size of this table.
I seem to have no appetite. Think I'll go over with the wagon and horses.
I ain't gonna ask you if that's what you're waiting for.
Daniel Parish has moved to Candleford. He's setting up his own newspaper.
Is that so bad? You get to see another side of Daniel after a while. Perhaps moving to Candleford tells us something about him. He's an enterprising young man. He likes it here.
And he is serious about our Laura.
I see the stores are still in darkness.
Miss Pearl is determinedly in mourning. It is not so much that she is missing her sister, though undoubtedly she will be grieving. It is more that she must be seen to be bereft, which makes me feel for her even more.
Perhaps a distraction might help. And I can no longer afford to live in the Golden Lion since I must now foot my own bills. Perhaps Miss Pearl would welcome a lodger.
Thomas? Can you gone home?
I am going home. Now. I am setting off.
Hit by a cannonball, old Pegleg was. And I laid there on that battlefield, a day around the clock, not so much as hand on my brow. Laid there in the blood and the mud and the madness. Most kindly of you, sir.
Tell him what I did to your leg, Pegleg.
Oh. Well, after I'd waited a whole lifetime, the surgeon comes. Without more ado, he saws off the shattered portion. And then lies there some more, half alive, half cracked. And I waits, well, I waits till the nurses come. And they dips the stump in a bucket of boiling tar.